Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive. You guys have given us some fascinating stuff about toothpaste and mouthwash and even a whole system called Oral Care Plus. So let's take a deep dive, shall we?
That's great.
First up, we've got this list of ingredients that we should all be watching out for.
Right. And some of these are really surprising.
Yeah, like sodium lauryl sulfate. I mean, I've seen that on ingredient lists forever, but I never knew it could be a problem.
Yeah, can really irritate your mouth. And there's even some research that suggests it might be linked to canker sores.
Ouch. Okay, so what else is on this list of baddies?
Well, polyethylene glycol is another one that's concerning. It's an endocrine disruptor, which basically means it can mess with your hormones.
Endocrine disruptor. That sounds serious.
It can be. Yeah, hormones play a huge role in our overall health. So anything that disrupts that balance is something we want to avoid.
Hold on, polyethylene glycol, isn't that an antifreeze?
It is.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's also in a lot of toothpaste and mouthwashes.
That's kind of freaky to think about.
Yeah.
Okay, so besides SLS and polyethylene glycol, what other ingredients should we be on the lookout for?
Parabens are another big one. They're used as preservatives in tons of products, but they've also been linked to hormone disruption.
Parabens. I feel like I've heard that name before, but I don't really know what they are.
They're basically chemicals that help prevent bacteria and mold from growing in products, which sounds good in theory, but the potential downside is that they might be messing with our hormones.
Okay, so we've got SLS, polyethylene glycol, and parabens. Any others?
Yeah, triclosan is another one to watch out for.
Triclosan. That one doesn't ring a bell.
It's been used in antibacterial soaps and toothpastes, but research has linked it to thyroid issues.
Thyroid issues. Wow, so this stuff is really serious.
It's definitely something to pay attention to.
Yeah.
And then there's alcohol, which you might not expect to find in oral care products, but it's actually pretty common.
Alcohol, like the stuff we drink.
Yep, same stuff.
Wow.
And it can actually dry out your mouth, which might sound harmless, but it can actually make tooth decay worse.
So all the things we think are helping our mouths could actually be harming them.
In some cases, yeah. It's a good reminder to really do your research and be mindful of what you're putting in your body.
Absolutely. So if we're supposed to be avoiding all these common ingredients, what are we supposed to use?
That's where the Cornucopia Institute's Natural Toothpaste Scorecard comes in.
The Cornucopia Institute. What's that?
They're a nonprofit organization that does a lot of research and advocacy work around our food system. And they also create these scorecards to help consumers make informed choices about different products.
Okay, so they've got a scorecard specifically for natural toothpaste.
Right. They evaluate brands based on all sorts of factors, like the sourcing and processing of ingredients, whether they use organic certifications, and even the environmental impact of their manufacturing processes.
So it's like a super in-depth guide to help you find the healthiest and most sustainable toothpaste options.
Exactly.
That's awesome. I'm definitely going to have to check that out.
Yeah.
So aside from using the scorecard, what else should we be looking for when we're choosing a natural toothpaste?
Well, transparency is key. Look for brands that are open about their sourcing and manufacturing processes, and make sure the ingredient list is clear and easy to understand. You want to see natural ingredients prioritized over synthetic ones.
Got it. So we've talked about what to avoid. Now let's talk about what a good oral care system should actually do. I mean, obviously, we all want fresh breath and a bright smile, right?
Of course.
Huh?
The basics are important. Effective plaque removal is crucial because that buildup can lead to cavities and gum disease. And bad breath is usually caused by bacteria in the mouth, so you want ingredients that can address that.
Makes sense. But the Oral Care Plus system that you sent over seems to go way beyond those basics.
It does. It's designed to not only clean your teeth and freshen your breath, but also to detoxify your mouth, increase microcirculation, and even enhance your energy.
Energy enhancement.
Mhm.
Okay. Now we're getting into some interesting territory.
Right. And one of the key things that sets this system apart is its focus on gum health. It's not just about surface level cleaning, it's about addressing gum health at a deeper level.
I've always heard that gum health is super important, but I don't really know why.
Well, your gums are the foundation for your teeth. So if your gums aren't healthy, your teeth are at risk. And it goes beyond just your mouth. Research has shown that gum disease is linked to a whole host of other health problems like heart disease, stroke, and diabetes.
Wow, I had no idea it was that serious.
It's definitely something to take seriously.
So this Oral Care Plus system is claiming to improve gum health in a way that other products don't.
That's what the research suggests, yes.
This is fascinating. Okay, so let's break down this system. What exactly does it involve?
It consists of two main components, the Oral Care Plus paste and the Silverwaz Plus solution.
Okay, so you got a toothpaste and a mouthwash.
Kind of.
Yeah.
but they're both formulated with a really unique blend of ingredients that work together to create these deeper
All
benefits.
right, let's start with the paste. What's in that?
Well, it's got some ingredients you might expect, like baking soda and real salt.
Baking soda makes sense for whitening and freshening breath. But real salt, what's special about that?
It's unrefined and sourced from ancient seabeds, so it contains a whole spectrum of trace minerals that are beneficial for your health.
Interesting. And then there are some ingredients that I've never even heard of, like ohm crystal and ohm clay.
Yeah, those are two really cool ingredients. They're both naturally occurring minerals that have been found to have a bunch of beneficial properties. Like they can help to detoxify your mouth and might even contribute to the remineralization of your teeth.
Remineralization. What's that?
It's basically the process of strengthening your teeth by adding minerals back into them, which can help to prevent cavities and make your teeth more resistant to decay.
So these ohm crystal and ohm clay are like little superheroes for your teeth.
You could say that. And then there's EDTA.
EDTA. What's that all about?
It stands for calcium disodium EDTA, and it's actually approved by the FDA for treating heavy metal poisoning.
Whoa, so it's like a detoxifier for your mouth?
It's been found to have that potential, yeah. It binds to heavy metals and helps to remove them from your body.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, what else is in this magical toothpaste?
Well, there's a serious silver, which is a special type of silver that has powerful antimicrobial properties.
Antimicrobial, so it kills bacteria.
Exactly. It helps to get rid of the bad bacteria that can cause bad breath and gum disease.
Awesome. And I see nascent iodine on the list too. What's that
Oh.
all about?
Nascent iodine is a highly bioavailable form of iodine, which means your body can absorb it more easily. It's important for thyroid health, and it also has some antimicrobial properties.
Okay, so this paste is packed with all kinds of good stuff.
It is. And then there's the mint matrix, which is a blend of essential oils, aloe vera, and structured water.
Structured water. What's that?
It's water that has been treated in a special way to enhance its energy and structure.
Okay, so it's not just regular water.
Right. It's been found to have a number of benefits for your health.
Interesting. Okay, so we've covered the paste. Now let's move on to the Silverwaz Plus solution. What's in that?
Well, it's got distilled structured water,
Yeah.
a serious silver structured 1% food grade hydrogen peroxide, structured nascent iodine, and the mint matrix.
So we're seeing some familiar ingredients here, like the silver and the iodine. Why are they in both the paste and the wash?
Using them in both forms has been found to create a synergistic effect. It's like they boost each other's benefits. The paste allows for longer contact time with your teeth and gums, while the wash helps to reach areas that you might miss with brushing.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, what about hydrogen peroxide? Isn't that kind of harsh?
It can be in its concentrated form, but the hydrogen peroxide in the system is food grade and highly diluted, so it's gentle on your mouth, but it's still effective for whitening teeth, freshening breath, and creating an oxygen-rich environment that's not very hospitable to bad bacteria.
And I see Bovis Life Force Energy and Zero Point Technology on the list too. Can you explain what those are all about?
Bovis Life Force Energy relates to the idea that everything has a subtle energy field, and the Silverwaz Plus has been imprinted with a high Bovis Life Force energy. Zero Point Technology is a proprietary process that structures and energizes the ingredients to make them even more effective.
Okay, so it's like they're supercharging the solution with positive energy.
Exactly. The idea is to create a product that works on multiple levels, not just physically, but also energetically.
Wow, so this Silverwaz Plus is doing a lot more than just rinsing away food particles.
It is. It's designed to support your immune system, detoxify your mouth, and even potentially help with things like allergies and sinus congestion.
This is incredible. It seems like this whole system is based on a really different way of thinking about oral health.
It is. It's about recognizing that your mouth is not just an isolated part of your body. It's intricately connected to your overall health and well-being.
That makes a lot of sense.
And that's why taking care of your mouth is so important. It's not just about having a pretty smile. It's about taking care of your whole self.
Well said. I'm definitely starting to see things in a new light now.
That's great to hear. I think we're just beginning to understand the true power of oral health and how it can impact our lives in so many ways.
Well, I'm excited to keep learning more about it. So what's next on our deep dive agenda?
Let's take a closer look at the research behind this system and really delve into this fascinating concept of biofield analysis.
I'm game. Let's do it.
We'll dive into the research and explore biofield analysis a bit more. But before we do that, I'm really curious about this idea of the oral care plus system being energetically enhanced. What does that even mean?
Yeah, that definitely caught my attention too.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of out there.
Well, it's based on the idea that everything in the universe vibrates at a certain frequency, including our bodies and even the products we use.
So are we talking like good vibes and bad vibes?
You could think of it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. The idea is that by energetically enhancing a product, you're raising its vibrational frequency to a level that's more in tune with the human body.
Okay, but how do they actually do that?
In this case, they're using a combination of technologies, including something called zero-point technology.
Right, we touched on that earlier.
Yeah.
But can you break it down a little more? What exactly does zero-point technology do?
It's a process that uses specific frequencies and energetic imprinting to structure and energize the ingredients. It's kind of a complex concept, but it's rooted in the principles of quantum physics and the understanding that everything is interconnected through energy fields.
So they're basically infusing the paste and the wash with some kind of positive energy.
That's a simplified way to put it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the goal is to create a product that not only works on a physical level, but also supports the body's subtle energy systems.
So it's not just about brushing our teeth. It's about bringing a certain energetic quality to our mouths.
Exactly. It's a more holistic approach to oral care.
I can dig it. But is there any actual science to back this up? This
Yeah.
whole idea of energy fields and vibrational frequencies, it seems pretty far out.
It's definitely a newer area of science, but there's growing evidence to suggest that these subtle energy fields do exist and can impact our health. For example, Kirlian photography can capture images of the energy fields around living things.
Purely in photography, I've seen those photos. They're pretty trippy.
Yeah. And then there's biofield analysis, which we'll be talking about more in a bit. That technique actually measures these fields and can pick up on subtle changes in energy patterns.
Okay, so there are ways to actually see and measure these energy fields. It's not just some mystical woo-woo stuff.
Right. There's real science behind it.
All right, I'm willing to keep an open mind. So you mentioned that some of the research on the Oral Care Plus system uses biofield analysis. I'm really interested to hear about those findings.
Absolutely. It's some pretty fascinating stuff. So biofield analysis, also known as GDV analysis, was developed by Dr. Konstantin Korotkov.
Okay, and how does it work?
Basically, it uses a special camera to capture images of the energy coming from your fingertips.
Wait, so you just put your finger on a camera and it can tell you about your energy field?
Pretty much, yeah. The camera picks up on photons that are emitted from your fingertip and creates this colorful image that represents the energy patterns of your body's biofield.
That's mind-blowing. So what kind of information can you get from these images?
Oh, all sorts of things. The patterns and colors can reveal things like your overall energy levels, stress levels, emotional state, and even the health of specific organs. It's a non-invasive way to get a snapshot of your energetic well-being.
So how does this apply to the Oral Care Plus system?
Researchers used biofield analysis to study the effects of the system on people's energy fields.
And what did they find?
They found some really remarkable results. The study showed significant improvement in the energy patterns of the participants who used the system, especially in the areas associated with the gums and teeth.
So their energy fields were literally changing as a result of using this system.
Exactly. The energy fields became more balanced and coherent, which is a good sign. It indicates positive changes happening in the mouth.
So it's not just people saying they feel better. There's actual scientific data showing that this system is having a positive impact on their energy fields.
That's what's so exciting about this research. It's not just anecdotal evidence. We're seeing real measurable changes.
And you said these changes weren't just limited to the mouth.
Right. Researchers also observed that the participants' overall energy levels improved and their stress markers decreased. So it seems like the benefits extend beyond just oral health to overall well-being.
It's really amazing to think about how interconnected our bodies are. How something as simple as taking care of your mouth could have such far-reaching effects.
It really highlights how important our mouths are. They're not just gateways to our digestive system, but gateways to our overall health and well-being.
Okay, so we've talked about the science. Now, what about the people who've actually used this system? What are some of the results they've experienced?
People have reported a wide range of positive effects, from things like brighter smiles and healthier gums to improvements in their digestion and even relief from chronic pain.
Really? Chronic pain?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It is. There's a testimonial from a woman named Jeanette who used the Silver Waz Plus solution as a nasal spray and said it helped to clear up her congestion and even eased her dairy allergy symptoms.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
It is. And it just goes to show that this system might have a broader impact than we initially thought.
I'm definitely starting to see that. So we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about the ingredients, the energetic aspects, the research, and the user testimonials. What's the key message here for our listeners?
I think the main takeaway is that this Oral Care Plus system is about so much more than just brushing and flossing. It's a more holistic approach to oral health that recognizes the interconnectedness of our physical, energetic, and emotional well-being.
It's like we're just starting to scratch the surface of what's possible when it comes to oral health.
Exactly. And I think the system is just the beginning of a whole new way of thinking about how we care for our mouths and how that care can ripple out to impact our entire lives.
Well said. I'm definitely feeling inspired to step up my oral care game now. So what's next on our deep dive agenda?
Let's delve a little deeper into this whole concept of biofield analysis and explore the science behind it in more detail.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it. All right, so let's dive into this biofield analysis a little deeper. It's fascinating, but still kind of mind-boggling to me how you can actually measure energy fields.
It is cutting edge science for sure, but more and more people are realizing that it's a powerful tool for understanding our health.
Remind me again how biofield analysis actually works.
So you basically use this special camera, a GDV camera, and it captures images of the energy coming from your fingertips.
From your fingertips, so it's not like a full body scan or anything?
Nope, just your fingertips. These emissions, they're called biophotons, and they reflect the energetic state of your whole body.
Wow. So what do these images actually look like? Are they like those aura photos you see sometimes?
Kinda, yeah. You could compare them to that. They show these patterns of light and color that represent how the energy is distributed in your biofield. Different colors and shapes can correspond to different aspects of your health and well-being.
So you take a picture of someone's fingertips, and you can tell things about their health from the colors and shapes in the picture.
It's pretty amazing, right? Like reading an energetic map of the body, experienced analysts can interpret these patterns and get insights into things like energy levels, stress levels, emotional state, and even the health of specific organs.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So how does this all relate back to the Oral Care Plus system?
Well, researchers have used biofield analysis to study the effects of the system, and what they found is really remarkable.
Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Yeah.
What did they find?
The study showed that after using the Oral Care Plus system, people's energy patterns significantly improved. The most notable changes were in the areas related to gum and tooth health. Their energy fields became more balanced and coherent, which suggests positive changes in their mouths.
So it's not just anecdotal evidence. There's actual scientific data that backs up the idea that this system has a positive impact on energy fields.
Exactly. And what's even more interesting is that the effects weren't limited to just the mouth.
Really?
Yeah, researchers also observed that participants' overall energy levels increased and their stress markers decreased. So it seems like the benefits of this system could go way beyond just oral health. They could be impacting overall well-being.
It's amazing to think about how connected our bodies are and how something as simple as taking care of our mouths could have such far-reaching effects.
It's a powerful reminder that our mouths are not just about chewing and talking. They're a gateway to our overall health.
This Oral Care Plus system really is something else. It's not just about clean teeth and fresh breath. It's about creating a healthy environment in our mouths, supporting our body's natural detoxification processes, and maybe even reversing damage that traditional dentistry would say needs more invasive treatment,
It's about shifting our perspective on oral health and taking a more holistic approach.
and ultimately giving people the tools to take control of their own health.
Exactly. When we understand the importance of oral health and we have tools like this system, we can really create positive change in our bodies.
Well, this deep dive has been incredible. We've learned about the potential dangers lurking in conventional toothpaste, explored how to choose a natural and healthy alternative, and even ventured into the world of biofield analysis and the energetic side of oral health.
It's been quite a journey.
It really has. I think this system is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to holistic healthcare. We're starting to recognize the deep connections within our bodies and empower ourselves to achieve true well-being. I couldn't agree more. Before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought. If our mouths are so crucial to our overall well-being in ways we're just beginning to grasp, what other secrets are our bodies holding? What other untapped potential could we discover by approaching our health from a more holistic perspective?
That's a great question and one that I encourage everyone to explore.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of oral health and the Oral Care Plus system. We hope you enjoyed it and that you'll join us again for our next deep dive into the fascinating world of knowledge and discovery.